What is a step-through e-bike? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm going to explain to you what a step-through e-bike is. But before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below, stay in touch with us here at 630, be the first to know about all the new content we're doing, giveaways we do, and of course, new product releases. I've got a step-through e-bike right here, the simple step-through from 630. You're going to find this linked in the description below, also linked up in the corner of the video if you want to learn more about this. All right, step-through bikes and e-bikes are amazing because they're much safer than bikes that require you to mount either from the rear or if you have a higher bar trying to get your leg over the frame like this. With a true step-through frame, you can really just step right through and it makes mounting very simple and easy. You can just slide back onto the seat. Now, what is a step-through frame or step-through electric bike? And what connotates it being a step-through bike? Well, that's an interesting topic because I see a lot of electric bikes out there advertising themselves as a step-through, and I don't find that always to be the case. Now, in the case of the simple step-through, this is the lowest step-through I found of any e-bike on the market. If you find another one, go ahead and comment below, but this is only 11 inches to step over the frame here. Actually a little bit under 11 inches. Now, I see a varying degree, and a lot of people want to call it a step-through if the frame just slants downward. Now, that's a little bit misleading because just because it slants downward doesn't mean it's necessarily a step-through. The reason I say that is because on the simple step-through, if you look here, the crank is actually set above the step-through point. Normally, the step-through point is about even to the crank. We've dipped this even lower to make it a true step-through frame. Now, what I'll see is it'll be angled down, but the frame may only come to right here, right? The crank still may be here, but the frame may come right to here. And so you're still having to raise your leg to get your leg over. So if you're in the market for a step-through frame for your electric bike, pay attention to the step over height so you know exactly how high you will have to lift your leg to get it over the frame. And I've done a lot of rides with people that have arthritis in their hips and knees, and I realized that they would not be suited for a bike that advertises itself as a step-through but doesn't really have the low step-through height. So what I say is, when I say what is a step-through frame, I would say anything that is really lower than about 15 inches. Okay, now this is the lowest point, and you want it to be lower than 15 inches for the step over height. Anything that's higher than that really is gonna require you to get your leg up, or you're gonna be required to swing your leg around like this. Now, on e-bikes, I don't really advocate for swinging your leg like this, because a lot of times you have a rack or a battery, you can catch your leg back there, and the bikes are heavier, you could possibly tip them over. So be mindful when you're looking for step-through e-bikes, like I said, is how low is that middle section is. And I will say this, it's really up to you to know how high can you lift your leg. So it may seem silly, but in advance of purchasing an e-bike, if you're concerned about that mounting or dismounting, just see how easily you can get your leg up like this. And especially like this, you may just want to try. So you have a very clear idea of what step-through frame you're looking for, because again, it's going to vary. And if you really like the look of a frame, but the step-through isn't low enough, you could know that in advance. So just try to lift your foot, move it forward. If you can make this motion, you can mount this bike, and it's easy to get on and off. Now, if you're able to do the leg swing and you feel comfortable like that, then you don't have to look for a step-through frame, totally up to you. But I really believe being able to mount an e-bike with a step-through motion makes it very, very safe and simple for a lot of people, especially in the mounting and dismounting portion of your ride, which actually, in my experience in a lot of rides we've done, the mounting and dismounting is a point where a lot of people can have issues with either tipping over or they just can't safely get from here to getting off because the frame is too high and you just don't want to have to deal with that stress when you're either beginning or ending your ride. So a step-through frame, in my opinion, is 15 inches or less of height here, but it's also really up to you to figure out what step over height on an e-bike is suitable for your body type. So if you have any other questions about a step-through e-bike at all, please put them below, or email us, theteam@630.com, or call us 310-982-2877. Don't forget, this is linked in the description below, the simple step-through e-bike. It's also linked in the corner of the video. But if you don't know what e-bike you're looking for, take the proprietary body fit quiz on our website, answer a few questions about your body and your life, and our proprietary algorithm will recommend the perfect e-bike for your riding habits and your body. We also have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. We also are going to warranty everything for the first year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll get you the parts and or labor needed to keep you up and riding. Lastly, we have a Facebook group called 630 Pedalers. We have thousands of members in there. Pop in there and ask them questions before you buy your e-bike. See how they like their e-bikes in advance so you can make the right decision. Then once you have your e-bike, post in the group, make friends, and of course download our app, the 630 app, available in both app stores to track your rides. It's a lot of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.